It's an everyday thing, it's an everyday thing, it's an everyday thing when you let your nuts hang.
What it do, everyday people, man? It's your boy PJ. Today, as you can see from above, we got the Free Tax USA video. I'm going to show you guys how to start a free return and file your state taxes for like $14.99. Okay, and we're going to go through some of the most difficult steps that a lot of people have when they are filing their taxes on their own. So I'm gonna walk you through them. Hopefully you can use this as a guide and tool and come back to it whenever you need it. I'm gonna break down each schedule and pretty much just give you an overall view of how to file a simple tax return. Alright, so now I'm gonna go through the Free Tax USA. I'm gonna sign up and get started, okay? So let's go through it. Let's start a free return, and I'm gonna sign up a new account and everything just so we can go through this. Alright, so let's get started. I've successfully created an account, and let's go to... Alright, you won't need this. Did you know? Get around easy, because I'm going to show you how to get around easy. If you need support, you can always reach out to Free Tax USA, or you can send me an email, and I will charge you. So that's why I'm showing you this for free, and then you can take it how you want it. Alright, so I'm going to enter in this information real quick, and I'm just going to use random stuff, so, you know, don't think that this is where I live or whatever. So alright, so I got this information filled out, and what I want to show you is this stuff is it comes pre set up, but you can do it on your own. Like, can a parent or somebody claim you as a dependent? No. Do you want to contribute to the presidential election? No. Is the person legally blind? Yes or no. Or has this person passed away before filing this tax return? Yes or no. Real simple questions. Answer those and move on to the next step. Alright, so this is where you would enter in your filing status: single, married filing jointly, married filing separately, head of household, qualifying widower. I'm not sure. If you're not sure, you definitely need to go hire a professional, okay? Alright, so where we at right now, for the sake of science, we're going to go with single, okay? Because I'm going to skip a lot of stuff that we don't really need to talk about, like dependents. We don't need to worry about dependents. That's the easiest thing to do, okay? Alright, and do you have any qualifying dependents? Qualifying children? No. Okay, if you do, this is where you will put that in. And if you did have qualifying children, you would sign for a head of household, not just single. Okay. All right, so this is where your personal information summary. All right, identification protection pin. This is one of my biggest videos. I had a lot of people who had to verify their identity with the IRS because someone falsified some documents using their name. Okay, so this is where you will put that information in if you have one or if you don't. Okay, if you don't have an identity protection pin and you need one, go to my video, how to verify your identity with the IRS. Okay, so if you want the deluxe support upgrade, you can do that, but I don't think you need that. I mean, if you've made it this far, you can pretty much do the rest on your own. And I'm going to show you how, okay? So on this screen, this is where you would enter in all your W-2 information. For sake of science, I'm going to go through it, but I'm not going to enter in any information because I don't want to be so specific towards W-2s. This is something so simple. This is the simplest part of the tax return, is entering in the information from the W-2, okay? So let's go on to it. Alright, so when you receive your W-2 in the mail from your employer or by email or however you receive it, the information you put in is simply here. It already has the social, and that's not my social. Alright, and you'll put the employer, the EIN number in, the address, and the employer's name and address. You'll put your address. Of course, this is already pre-filled. Then you go to your boxes, and you put these in as they show on your W-2. You do not do anything different, okay? Alright, so let's cancel. We're just going to go back. We're going to skip this for now. But that was a very simple adding your W-2 in, okay? We ain't gonna spend too much time on that. Alright, now this is where we get to the meat and potatoes, okay? So what we want to do here is we want to enter in the business income, okay? Now if you got forms like a form 1099 INT, 1099 div, those are exactly like entering in your W-2s. Like, there's nothing different about that. So let's go down to business and rental income. This is where we are going to get all our money. So if you receive a form 1099 NEC or a form 1099 mixed, this means you basically contracted out from somebody and you did a service for them and they paid you as a contractor. Okay, you can receive these as a business. A business owner can receive these, not just employers or contractors. Like if you have a business and you do a contracted job, the company that you do the contract work for will provide you with one of these. So if you did not receive these from a job you have done already, wait until you receive those. Okay, so let's go to the Schedule C. Alright, so in the Schedule C, do you want to enter in any information for your Schedule C that you operated during 2020? Yes. Okay. Briefly describe your business. Now, for this business, I'm going to do YouTuber because this is on YouTube, and I want to show you how to do stuff with YouTube. Does your business have a separate name? You can put yes or you can put no. If you have a separate business name, go ahead and put that in there. Okay. Now, choose the category that best describes your business. Now, you can do the accommodation, food services. That's if you have like a food truck or something. We're going to do arts, entertainment, and recreation for this business because it's YouTube, it's entertainment. But you have a whole list of other things. And real estate is one of them. So, we're going to go into real estate too, but let's go to arts and entertainment, and I can show you more. So when you go to arts and entertainment, it says what's the best that describes this business. Okay, so you can go to, alright, so we're going to go with independent artists, writers, and performers. Alright, so if we go down here to real estate and rental leasing, here's your long list of a lesser of real estate, offices of real estate agents, real estate property managers. Alright, so here we have the business code and the code that describes the business. Okay. Alright, does your business have an EIN? We added that in. Does your business have a different address than your home address? If it does, put this. Yes, you put this. If it don't, you know. Okay, did you start acquiring this business during 2020? Did you make any payments that would require you to file forms 1099? That means if you made payments out to contractors that are not employees, but they did contract work for you for a time, and you paid them, and you file a form 1099, this is where you would need to put that in there. And that's where you put that. Does your business have inventory or cost of goods sold? Actually, for the sake of science, we're going to do yes, okay? Just so we can go through this little step. Alright, so did you receive a 1099 NEC or a 1099 MISC? A 1099 MISC is basically when you did some contract work for a person, for your company did some contract work, and they paid you as a contractor. So as a contractor, you will receive a 1099 MISC from that company. Gross receipts, not on the form. So you can put, this is where you can put your receipts that you won't have, that you don't have on a 1099 for. So all your sales that you didn't do a 1099 for, you can put that in here. So like if you have cash sales, or if you have sales that if you have sales from a credit card company that you didn't get a 1099K for because for whatever reason, you know, you can put that in here. But you know, most likely if you sell anything on eBay, you'll get a 1099K. Alright, so you can put returns and allowances on expenses. Basically anything that a person returned to your business, they didn't like your service and you gave them money back, you will put that here. So for sake of science, I'm going to say we had overall a total year of $500. Miscellaneous income, whatever income you received to this business. So let's say we received $10,000 in miscellaneous income, because I don't want to put a bunch of stuff, but here's where I'm just going to put in some income, okay? For sake of science, we want to have some income. So this is going to change our federal return. Okay, so you see up here at the top, federal turns to 807. The reason why I did that is because I want to show how we gonna save money, or what changes the amount of money you save by what you input into the system. Okay, so beginning inventory value, this is something, if you have bookkeeping, this is something you look back on your books at the beginning January 1 and you enter that number. Okay, we're gonna put in 0. The purchases you made minus the cost of items you get for a personal use. So if you made $50,000 worth of purchases, this is where you're gonna put that in here, okay? Or just say, we're gonna, for sake of being easy on shit, let's say $10,000. We did $10,000 worth of purchases. Total amount of cost in manufacturing of the product during 2020. Do not include the amount you paid to yourself. So anything you paid to an outside vendor or person or contractor or whatever is what you would put in here. Okay, materials and supplies. The cost materials and supplies to manufacture this product. So, you know, whatever it is it took for me to make this video is a write-off. So basically, it's all costs, man. At all costs, you just put a number to it. What's the value to yourself and your business? So right now, YouTube ain't making a lot of money, but it costs a lot of money. So, you know, let's put 1,000 because, you know, it's really over a year's time. Write down on paper what it is that you use on a daily basis on your YouTube or your food truck company or whatever. And if you don't have paperwork, just use a daily average of your stuff throughout the year. I mean, but you got to start having paperwork. This is going to be important when you're taking the next step in the business, okay? Having paperwork. All right, other costs. Yeah, don't worry about this because it's a lot of stuff you can consider to be other costs included in manufacturing your product. It's ending inventory value. How much did you finish the year with? So on December 31st, how much did you end with? And we're gonna say 5,000. So we didn't sell everything we had, you know, or we could have sold it. We just went back through it. You know what I mean? Just at the end of the year, you ended with this much, 5,000. Okay, so now I'm gonna show y'all. We had a change based on the amount of products we sold. All right, so this the total amount of purchases made, 10,000. So remember we was at 807 before. Now it's 244. So I could take all these numbers out. All right, see, we went back up to 807. So let's go back and let's add in those values. Pretty much we just put in what we put in and we lost. You know what I'm saying? We didn't make very much money. That's basically what it's saying. So now, of course, as we can see, federal goes down to 244. Okay, we're gonna make this go to 0 and possibly get you some money back. You know what I'm saying? So labor expenses, if you had any labor, any 1099, or if you had employees, that some W-2 employees, this is where you would put that in. Okay. Administrative expenses, basically, man, I mean, it is what it is. You got legal fees. If you have a lawyer, $1,000 for whatever. You know what I'm saying? Business travel. Where did you go to handle administrative situations like taking care of your bank statements, all this? So all that, you know, we're gonna just put 300 because you know you making all these different moves for your business. That's administrative expenses. That's what it is. All right, taxes and licenses. Okay, so in real estate, I have a real estate company. All right, so the taxes and licenses, the licenses that I have for that, you know what I'm saying? Every time I have to get go to a class or something like that, that all goes in here. Okay, let's get into the operating expenses. All right, so supplies. Supplies are like things that will not make your business money, but you use it on a daily during your business. So like tissue or cleaner. We talking about over a year. Let's go 500. Advertisement. Every time you sent something through the mail, or every time you had to put a commercial out, you know what I mean? Just put that in there. Office expenses is not the same as supplies, but office expenses is the same because it's really like the supplies you need for your day-to-day business in your office. For like, so if I need paper, ink, not printers, pens, paper clips, erasers, all that, you know what I mean? Let's just throw that in there, okay? All right, utilities. The utilities is based on the percentage of your office space to your home, okay? And this actually can help you calculate all this, but if you want to put that in here right now, you can. But if not, there's a more detailed place where you can put this. Okay. All right, we're just gonna keep it 55th Street. All right, equipment rental. I mean, did you rent any cameras? Did you rent any? I mean, did you rent anything to perform your business? So if you went out of town and you rented a car, there you go. Mortgage interest if your business owns some property. All right, do you need to expense business meals? Yes, all your business meals, expense them. So enter the amount you pay for meals that are subject. So man, let's just enter in 500 because we just gonna show you. All right, we at 244. All right, so now let's go ahead and save and continue. And look, man, we at 0 now. We at a 0 federal refund now. Now we finna go into the positive. Okay.